Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week we're looking at something I've been working on for the past few weeks and has turned out to be quite a bit of a game changer in terms of my production. And essentially it is 800 MIDI files. And I know, cue the unison jokes, but let's move on from that before I get in trouble, shall I? The pack itself is called Be Groovy, because of course it is. And the way I have it structured is if we go first to the first folder, which is B flat. And when I say B, I mean BE, not the musical note B. If I expand that out, you'll see the file's called B flat FV. So that means that all the MIDI is on C. In other words, there's no note variation. And it's FV, which means fixed velocity. If we go to the next folder, we still see B flat. So once again, they're still all on C, but this one we have random velocity, so RV. And then so on and so forth with that naming convention. So major, we have, this is in the major scale, fixed velocity. We have the major scale, random velocity, we have the minor scale, fixed, minor, random, and then phrygian, fixed, and phrygian, random, like so. So I have them all split out on screen. Basically, they're color-coded, so these are the flat ones, these are the major, we have minor, and then phrygian over here. And then, like I said, there are 100 variations of each. So how that works in practice, and I just have this Ableton template set up just so I can demonstrate to you. Essentially, I have a Serum 2 patch, which is going to receive MIDI from all of these MIDI files. And then I have just a kick and bass here, just so you can hear something in context. So here we have the fixed velocity. Let's play this back. I'm just going to solo just the Serum 2 patch, which is being driven by these MIDI files. We can play a different one. So currently that modulation is just done by hand. However, if we now go to B flat with the random velocity and ensure that we have something mapped to velocity in the patch, like I do, then it will sound like this. Or a different one. The first 50 in each group are quite busy. There's basically one note on every 16th. If we go down to 51 to 75, that gets a little bit more sparse. So let's listen to some of those. Let's go. You can even see on the MIDI, there's a lot more gaps in the MIDI pattern. And if we go from 76 to 100, it's even more sparse again. And then, in case you are not making forest and you want more than one note in your sequence, not sure why, jokes, then we have the different scales. So we have major, so let's just solo this one. I quite like that one. Let's listen to that in Phrygian though, so that we're over here. That's in minor. And this one in major. So there we are. So 800 MIDI patterns that you can just dump into your DAW, and then just to get a bit of variation in your patterns. The way I would do this in practice is basically go through the sequences until you find one you like. Then you can maybe add some follow actions in Ableton to link up multiple patterns, or you can just drag them side by side in the DAW. And even if you don't want to use them exactly as they are, in terms of inspiration for coming up for patterns, I'm really finding them invaluable. And while I'm on the subject, if you've not been to the Adrenochrome store for a while, it has changed quite a bit. In addition to my products, it has become quite a bit of a hub for all your favorite creators, basically. So we have quite a few names here that you will no doubt recognize. We have Altar of Wisdom, who does the amazing Max for Live devices. Then we have amazing artists that you probably know, such as Anarchic. We have some mastering services here. Dada's awesome wavetables are here. We have Inside Out, Krell, Mute, which I'm sure you know. Got MindB, Noisebusters, Projector, Scanner, Twigger, Wisp Projector, some really quite big names. And then should you wish, you can then search by product type, so we can look at Ableton devices and racks, like so. Or should you not want to spend any money, just click on free stuff and go and download everything absolutely free. So thanks for watching. I hope these MIDI files will be of use to you. And if they are, then thanks for supporting the channel. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.